Ever wonder how we'd be seen, if humans were the ones landing on a new planet?
Oh, that's a good
Like,
one.
talk about flipping the
Oh,
script, right?
yeah.
That's what we're diving into today. We're
Mhm.
using this text. It's called If This Were Our Home Planet.
Okay.
And it really makes you think differently about the whole idea of alien.
It really makes you kind of look in the mirror a little bit, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's not your typical alien invasion
Yeah.
story. It's more about, like, what if we were the native inhabitants and humans were the visitors? You know,
Oh, I like that.
like trying to make sense of our world and all our customs and everything.
That's a really interesting take.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, how would we react? Would we be like, welcome, come on in? Or would we be a little suspicious?
I think it'd be a little bit of both, probably.
Right, like a little bit of both.
Like curiosity, but also like a healthy dose of caution.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where it gets really interesting to me,
Yeah.
because the text argues that this feeling of being different, of being the other, that's really at the heart of what it means to be alien.
It's not so much about where you're
All
from,
right.
but it's about like how you're perceived.
So do we the aliens then? Even though it's our planet?
Well, that's the whole mind-bending thing, right? Because like Alien isn't about who's on whose turf, it's about perception. These humans, with their history and their culture, they might see US as the weird ones, right?
True.
I mean, think about it. We have our own societies and ways of communicating and this deep, deep connection to Earth that, they're just starting to try to figure out.
Wow. I'm already like seeing things differently. Like, we always think of aliens as beings from outer space, right?
Right, right.
But this making me realize that alien is totally relative. It's just a matter of perspective.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah. So the text goes on to talk about, like, all the ways humans and us could interact, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like the good and the bad.
It's not all sunshine and roses.
Right. Exactly.
There's got to be some bumps along the way.
Yeah, totally. But I mean, on the plus side, I bet there'd be a ton of curiosity on both sides. Like, we'd be fascinated by their technology, their stories of space travel.
Oh, absolutely. And think about what they might be interested in learning from us.
Right. Like our ancient wisdom,
Yeah.
how to live in harmony with nature,
Our knowledge of Earth's ecosystems.
things they may have, forgotten or never even knew.
Exactly. It'd be a really incredible exchange of knowledge and culture, don't you think?
Oh, totally. I mean, just imagine if they could show us amazing new technologies.
Right. Like stuff we haven't even dreamt of.
And we could share our secrets of sustainable living.
Right, right.
Help them understand how to, like, really take care of a planet.
And it makes you wonder, like, what kind of advancements could come out of that?
It's pretty mind-blowing when you really think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but we got to flip that coin over for a sec.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, let's be real. Where there's good vibes, there's always a chance for, some conflict.
For sure, for sure.
The text even talks about that.
Right. It's not shying away from the downsides.
Yeah, like miscommunication, alienation,
Yeah, yeah.
all that could definitely
What
happen.
makes you think, like, what are the biggest hurdles when you run into someone totally different?
Right. Yeah.
How do you, like, bridge that gap, and the cultures clash and no one's really getting each other?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It is.
Well, the text seems to think empathy's like the key ingredient here.
Yeah.
Like, seeing the humanity in these human visitors,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
realizing that they're just like us in a lot of ways, looking for connection, wanting to belong.
In this big, crazy universe. Yeah.
Exactly.
You hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about, these hypothetical humans landing here. Like, it's about how we treat each other, right here, right now.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, think about it. How many times do we bump into people who are different from us? Different cultures,
All the time.
different backgrounds, different beliefs even.
Oh, yeah, constantly.
And this whole scenario, it's like a reminder that when that happens, we have a choice,
Yeah,
to build walls or to build bridges.
it's true. It's true.
And the text, it really pushes this idea that if we want to build those bridges,
Yeah,
we got to start by appreciating that diversity,
I like that.
Instead of being scared of what's different, seeing it as a chance to grow, to learn something new.
So let's say, hypothetically, these humans do land here.
Okay.
What would that exchange of knowledge and culture even look like? Like, get into the specifics.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
Say they come with like crazy advanced energy tech, right?
Okay, like what?
they've figured out fusion power.
Wow.
Or they've got some way of capturing solar energy that, we haven't even thought of.
That'd be a game changer.
Right. Imagine
No more fossil fuels.
clean energy everywhere.
That's amazing.
It would revolutionize everything.
Totally, totally. But what could WEE offer them? I mean, they've got spaceships and stuff, but what about living sustainably? Like in harmony with the planet?
Ooh, now you're talking. That's where we shine, right?
Yeah.
Humans, in their quest for progress, maybe they've kind of overlooked that whole, living in balance thing.
It's possible.
They might be blown away by how connected we are to nature, how well we understand these ecosystems,
Yeah, we could teach them about permaculture, ancient farming techniques.
Oh, yeah. All the ways to tread lightly on the environment.
It's like we each have a piece of the puzzle.
I like that.
And if we put them together, we could create a more complete picture, not just of Earth, but of the whole universe.
And, it wouldn't just be about technology and all that practical stuff, right?
Yeah.
It'd be about stories, perspectives,
Oh, for sure.
different ways of seeing the world. We could share our history, our art, our music.
Everything that makes us us.
Yeah, and they could share their stuff, too.
Like, give us a glimpse into their journey through the cosmos.
Exactly. Imagine the stories they could tell.
Oh my gosh, the things they must have seen.
The challenges they've faced, the wonders.
It'd be like opening a window to a whole other dimension.
And it would make us question our own ideas about the universe.
Yeah, and where we fit into it all.
Exactly.
So it sounds like this encounter with humans,
Yeah.
It could be amazing, but also really, really hard.
That's the thing, isn't it? It can be scary, A&D fascinating.
Mhm.
It can bring conflict, but also connection.
Totally.
It all boils down to how we approach it,
Makes you think about how we face the unknown, huh?
Yeah.
Like out there in space, but also just in our daily lives.
That's what makes this whole thought experiment so powerful for me.
Yeah.
It takes this big idea of alien and makes it real, makes it something we can all relate to.
So if we had to, sum it all up,
Okay.
what's the one thing you really want our listeners to take away from all this?
That's a good question.
It is a tough one.
I think it's this. Being alien isn't a good thing or a bad thing, It's
Right.
it's just about being different, about being seen as the other, and how we react to that. Whether we get scared or we open our minds, that's what shapes how we see the world.
That's really well said.
Yeah.
It's not about pretending we're all the same. It's about seeing the value in those differences.
Yeah.
What we can learn from them.
Ourselves, about the universe.
Exactly. And that's something we can do right now,
Absolutely.
Not just with these imaginary humans, but with everyone we meet.
Anyone who's different from us, different culture, different background.
Even just a different opinion,
Yeah. We can choose curiosity instead of fear.
understanding instead of judgment. It's
Exactly.
about stepping outside our comfort zones, seeing things from a new perspective.
And who knows, maybe we'll find out we're not so different after all.
Yeah, maybe the things that connect us are stronger than the things that divide us.
It's a nice thought.
It is.
Hmm.
It is. And it all comes back to that question from the text.
What if we were the aliens?
Yeah. It's like, whoa, really makes you think.
Makes you question everything.
Totally. Well, as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you, our listener, with one last thing to think about.
Okay, I like this.
Imagine, just for a second, you're standing there face to face with these human explorers.
Okay.
What's the one thing you want them to understand about us, about our world?
About who we are.
Yeah, our culture, everything.
It's a big question, but a good one.
It is a big one.
What message would really capture the essence of what it means to be, well, us?
I encourage you to really sit with that question,
Yeah.
because in trying to answer it,
You might discover something amazing.
yeah, you might learn something not just about this meeting with humans, but about yourself.
Yeah.
It's about your place in this crazy, amazing universe.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.